This is Jose Torres for Speech 1311, and my informative speech today is going to be on Tim Duncan. Here is a copy of my outline and my verbal citations. And this is all the audience that I had come with me today. So Tim Duncan was born in April 25th, 1976. He actually had aspirations of competing in the Olympics. One of his specialties was the 400-meter relay. He came from a family of swimmers. In fact, both of his sisters were very competitive in swimming. I think his oldest sister, Trisha, competed at the 1988 Olympics. As a child, his most influential person was his mother. She instilled a strong work ethic into him. One of the roles, or one of the sayings that she always said, stated by Morgan Stewart from his book Tower of Power, was good, better, best. Never let it rest until your good is better and your better is best. And so that work ethic carried with Tim Duncan throughout the remainder of his life and his career. And one of the things that kind of hampered his growth or going into the Olympics was Hurricane Hugo that hit on September 17th, 1989, destroyed the Olympic-sized pool, the only Olympic-sized pool on the island, and he was kind of forced to have to swim out in the ocean, which was not something Tim Duncan was very keen on doing because he was deathly afraid of sharks. So that kind of put an end to his swimming career there. His mother died shortly after of breast cancer, and that was another influencing factor for him. So he picked up basketball in the 9th grade. Moving on to his collegiate career, it's important to note that he didn't actually score a point in his very first game. He went to Wake Forest College. His first game was a Division III game against an Alaska team where he didn't score a single point. But he kept working on his game and improved every year after that. One of the key points was that in Tim, as stated it by Curran, I don't know if I'm messing up that name or not, but the book was Tim Duncan, Slam Duncan. He stated that in 31 games, he averaged 20.8 points, 14.7 rebounds, and led the nation with 3.29 blocks in 36.6 minutes a game. He shot 60% from the field, and he was actually named the ACC Player of the Year for the 2nd straight year. Later on, before the end of his collegiate career, he actually earned the John Wooden Award, which was one of the most prestigious awards to earn in college. An important note is that he actually had a chance to leave college early, but he decided to stay a little longer to finish his psychology degree, and that was the influence of his mother still there. And finally, we're going to talk about his time with the San Antonio Spurs. He was drafted as the #1 pick in 1997. He brought 5 championships to the San Antonio Spurs. And according to Bob Haley, author of Spur of the Moment, the Spurs' run into the NBA championship led Tim Duncan MVP while asserting himself as the undisputed best player in the league. Tim Duncan led had the best record in the regular season in points, rebounds, assists, and blocks in the playoffs. He was named the NBA MVP for the second time and the league's MVP for the second straight season. And in conclusion, this is why Tim Duncan ranks among one of the best, not only power forwards, but best players to have ever played in the NBA. That's it.